Hey everyone, welcome back. So, as you already know, I received a copyright strike on my channel. The strike came from Nader Elshamy's channel, but it truly came from Foodie Beauty, and I'll explain why. She is using his channel as a sword to attack me, as well as other people that he has noted that have 24 hours to comply with his quote-unquote demands. And Foodie Beauty has the gall to come into my DMs and act like nothing is happening, trying to hover around me in the typical narcissistic fashion and bring me into her orbit, but no, that's not gonna happen. She is no longer striking herself because most likely she has received correspondence from YouTube about her false copyright claims, since YouTube takes abuse of their copyright system very seriously. I say this because Mrs. Fields presented yesterday showing that she has been in contact with YouTube, and if YouTube has been in contact with Mrs. Fields, then for sure YouTube has also been in contact with Foodie Beauty, because if you didn't already know, Mrs. Fields is back, and that just means that all the copyright strikes have been released. And this is worrying to Foodie Beauty because she will get correspondence from YouTube, because YouTube does not play around with that stuff, because that is what is called abuse of the copyright system. The copyright system isn't used to silence your critics, because that's what we are. We are reaction channels. We are critiquing what is happening and we are speaking about it. Her content is in the public sphere. Anybody can look at her content and formulate an opinion, and that's exactly what reaction channels are doing. She cannot use the copyright system that YouTube has in place to shut people up because she doesn't like what you're saying. That's not how things work. And she hasn't thought far enough about this whole thing. Because what happens when Nader Elshamy gets strikes or reprimanded for false copyright claims? What's going to happen? What happens when he gets angry that his content is getting flagged and he gets struck and suspended for the calls of violence, the misogyny, the racism, the manipulation that he's doing on his channel? She hasn't thought this through. Really, who's going to be on the chopping block then? Who will Nader Elshamy focus on? We all need to remember that he is a person that loves to not pay for anything, including his rent. He's a person that is taking anger management classes, and not only did he stab one person, but he stabbed two persons while claiming self-defense. Here's the thing though. You don't claim self-defense and end up in prison or a long jail hall. If it is truly self-defense, then you may get held for a while. But true self-defense will always, at the very least, end up in a not guilty verdict. The charges might be dropped along the way if it's self-defense, or in certain circumstances, it might actually go to trial, but you will end up not guilty verdict if it is really self-defense. Furthermore, the only person that will suffer at the end of this BS, where Chantel uses Nader to try and silence people, of course, is Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty is going to be at the blunt of his rage because he, once again, is a person that is prone to violence, and she needs to understand that he will turn on her. It's no secret that they are seeing each other. Of course they are. I know that they're seeing each other. It's completely obvious. I don't know who she thinks she's constantly fooling with all this bullshit, but it's quite obvious that they are still seeing each other. And as I've said before, one of the biggest stressors in life is losing a job, and this quote-unquote man has nothing to lose. Plus, he's violent. That is a very terrible mix when you already know what he's capable of, right? He's capable of inserting a instrument into another person's body, and that takes a certain type of mentality to be up close and do that to somebody. And not only just one person, but two people he did this to. This is the type of person that she has brought into the community, and it is just all bad. It seems all her orbiters always have something. We had Karate Joe, of course, with all the Chomo stuff. We have Dragon Lord Frodo admitting to have watched CP, but he didn't just admit that he watched it once. He told us in a video he has watched it multiple times. Then we got Nader Elshamy, a bum-ass crackhead that doesn't like to pay for anything, likes to burn food and act like he's a chef when he's truly not. And he has slashed two people, including his ex-girlfriend, and then talks ill about her. This is the type of disgusting men that are in her orbit, and it needs to stop. And it can stop, but it will have to start with us. We can make it stop by using our viewing credit, because a view does matter. If you are viewing her content, then you are reinforcing this type of behavior. So if you stop viewing her content, if you stop watching, if you stop looking at whatever she's trying to present, then that does have an impact. And that impact can be profound if people all stand together, come together, and stop directly viewing her stuff until she changes. Whether or not she can change, because I've also presented this argument, can Foodie Beauty truly change? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she cannot. It's really up to you and your opinion. But your social credit, as in you viewing something on YouTube, whether or not you have YouTube Premium, aka YouTube Red, you watching the ad, you sitting on a chair, wherever, standing, and watching somebody's content really and truly matters. Anyways, that's it for me. Leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Leave me a comment. Tell me something, anything, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.